Talking Luther College Wrestling with head coach Dave Mitchell. And coach, last weekend you went out to Fort Wayne, Indiana for the national duels. You won 2 matches, you lost 2. One that could have gotten you to the placing round, you lost at the heavyweight in a close competitive match. What'd you overall take away from the national duel event?
Well, we got to see some good teams again, and between that and the Gator duels now, we've seen some of the top teams in the country, which is excellent. It's perfect. It's exactly what we want to do in preparation for the national tournament. And we made a lot of strides, I think, from the Gator duels until the national duels. But there's a lot of things we got to get better at. Our studs in that last match that we lost against Wilkes, man, we're not going to win many duels when Obert loses, Gray loses, Letney loses, and Herman loses, And that also says, that duel was a close duel. That also says there's some other guys that are really stepping up and getting better. At the national duels, Julian Jindro made a huge step forward. He beat a kid in the Wilkes duel that's ranked 6th in the country in one poll, 7th in the country in another poll. First match of the day, he wrestled a returning All-American from 133 pounds from Rhode Island. It's down to 25, and he tech-balled that kid, which is huge. And he beat a regional place winner from Augustana in a duel against them. So I thought Julian made some great strides forward. I think Justin Craddock continues to get a lot better at 174 as well. In the heavyweight, Connor Herman's he's a gamer. I mean, he's absolutely a gamer. He hasn't had much training yet because of his knee, and now he's kind of getting healthy and starting to train, and so he'll continue to get a lot better from here. And that duel did come down to heavyweight, went into overtime, and he got taken down in overtime, but that's not going to happen too often to Connor Herman. I mean, he's a gamer, and he's tough, and as he gets in better shape, he'll pull matches like that out. So we're just developing still. We're just in that developmental stage. Everybody on our team has to get a little better. We're just not as consistent as we hoped we would be quite yet with our best guys, but it's there, and we have some other guys that are stepping up. So it's all about getting those 10 guys firing at their best at some point, and we're not there yet by any means, but we'll keep working towards that.
And when you look at it a year ago, you probably peaked at the Gator duels and at the national duels. The end of the season wasn't what you wanted. Hopefully the opposite can happen this year.
Yeah, last year we had a bunch of injuries kind of this time of the year that really pulled us out of it, and we lost another guy with injury at the national duels, and so we were down 2 of our absolute studs at the national duels, and we'll get one of those back here pretty soon, and then the other one will be a little bit longer before we get them back. But we should have everybody back in place by the time we get to, hopefully February sometime, and get better from there. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a good team. It's a great group of guys. They're working hard. Nobody's discouraged. Everything is still out there for us to capture. We just aren't quite there yet. We just need every day to get better, and that's what the focus is. Today, get better. Get better today. And I like our mentality. I like where we're at. We're just not quite there yet.
And this weekend, you'll have a busy weekend of wrestling. Friday night, you go down to Waverly. Obviously, Wartburg didn't have the firepower that they had the last few years, but they're still Wartburg wrestling.
They look good down there. Yeah, they've definitely improved as the season progressed. They had a lot of young guys in the lineup, and now they have a transfer that's in there at a weight class that makes a big difference for them too. And so they look good. They look good down there, which I expect that. I expect them to look good, and expect us to look good here at some point. And so it'll be fun to go down there on Friday. I love wrestling them right after the national duels. I love that opportunity, and so that'll be good. And we've got a lot of very big matches, And I don't, like I tell our guys, I'm just like at the national duels, and the same thing. We're not conceding anything. Not one thing. Not one match. Not one point. I'm not conceding anything. So we got beat a couple times at the national duel. So what? We're not coming back. We're fighting hard. We're not conceding a single thing.
And then for Saturday, you head down to Mount Vernon, go down to the Mattman Invitational. I'd imagine you're bringing a lot of guys down there, and usually that tournament's been pretty good for you guys.
It has. It's a nice mid-season tournament, and some of our guys haven't had a chance to step on the mat now since Christmas, so that'll be good for them to get going. We're going to take a couple of our starters from Friday and roll them down there that we want to get some additional matches for, particularly some of our young guys. So that'll be good for them. It'll also give our guys a chance to kind of shine a little bit. If you're thinking you're on the edge of being a varsity guy, then this is a chance to kind of show that against some outside competition. And it's just it's a good overall tournament. So we won't wrestle many of our guys from Friday night on Saturday. We'll let most of those guys recover over the weekend and get ready for the conference duels. But we will take a few of them down there and then a whole bunch of backups. And like I said, I like the attitude of this group and this backup group too. We've got some guys that wrestled real well out at this College Open, out at the national duels. We had a Javier Reyes. Javier Reyes went 6-1 and got third at 165. That's tough. Mitch Kennedy wrestled real tough out there. Cody Hansen got second, wrestled real tough. Hans Hackelsvik did a nice job, and a bunch of other guys too. So yeah, be fun.
I'm sure Louis Fisher appreciates the shout out.
Yeah, that's right. And Javier Fisher. From back when I first came to Luther, we had a guy by the name of Javier Fisher. Played football and wrestled here. Great guy. Hope he's doing well.
All right. Hopefully, the next step forward takes place this weekend for the entire roster, Coach. We wish best of luck.
Thanks, dear.
Dave Mitchell talking Luther College Wrestling.